roles, but I've also played some male roles. Like I played Moritz in Spring Awakening, and he's a 14-year-old sexually frustrated insomniac. And this summer I'm going to be playing Velma Von Tussle, who's actually a pageant queen, Roxxxy, a pageant queen in the musical Hairspray.
You know, you mentioned Roxxxy, and she's an Orlando native, so I get to watch the Monday night show, The Viewing Party at the club with Roxxxy, and DETOX is there a lot of times. And, I saw that Roxxxy had gone on Twitter and done a public apology saying, sorry for coming off as so much of a bully to you. Is that all a put on? Is that because it's the politically correct thing to do, to apologize after the fact?
No.
Have you talked? I mean, what's the relation? Because there's no doubt that there's been tension, because there's very different personalities and very different queens.
I'm not reading your ideas from your composition book. Whatever. No, you talk about it but I have very strong opinions about this, and I think that the reaction from people online is completely out of place. Jinkx is not some sort of wilting flower child who needs to be protected. Jinkx is an adult and an established performer, and drag queens talk shit. It's what we do.
Right.
And I knew what I was getting into when I signed up for this competition.
And I heard you mention earlier, not the funniest, but I think the most accurate picture I saw was the Mean Girls movie poster superimposed with Jinkx, and then the Alaska talks in the background.
So now I'm a Judy Jensen
I can read the weather with my breasts? Is that what you're saying? I hate it.
It's not
That's so stupid.
But I mean, in the last episode of Untucked, we definitely saw Alaska, kind of acknowledging not only, your performing abilities and your skills, but I'm saying, so was it put on? Is there still beef? Have you talked to Roxxxy?
Yeah, well, I gotta say, Roxxxy and I had our own moments, not on Facebook, not on Twitter. We had our moments to talk as two people. And, there's no bad blood between me and Roxxxy. It's just different people have different ways of competing in the same competition.
Right.
And, what I find really ridiculous is that the people who spoke out against Roxxxy's viperous tongue or whatever they want to call it on the last episode, then they turn around and say some of the most awful things to not only Roxxxy but also DETOX.
And they become
hold on, wait, who's that over there?
They bully Roxxxy and DETOX.
They want me to kill myself, and I'm not gonna do it, Jinkx.
DETOX
don't kill yourself. Wait, actually do.
I'm already out of the competition. Doesn't matter.
Special cameo from DETOX.
Yeah, no, I think. I mean, I said it when the first time me and Roxxxy got into a spat on the show. A lot of people said some really mean things to Roxxxy, and I just said, any fans of mine who think that the way to handle adversity is to turn around and be 10 times the bitch to that person really missed my message. Because my whole thing is I don't care
water
what people
off a duck's
say.
Back.
Exactly, I don't care.
Water off a fuck's crap.
Water off my dick's butt. Whatever. No,
I'm trying to touch you. Don't get me excited.
How?
I don't think the way to handle negativity is to perpetuate more negativity. That just perpetuates more negativity, I also think, your job as the audience is to watch the show and enjoy the show for what it is. Leave the reading to the queens, because I'm an adult and I can speak up for myself.
It's a very good message.
And, that's how I feel about it. And, right now it kind of looks like I'm this grandma's boy, sweet little, scared little kitten or something. But, I'm just as much in it as much as the other girls. And we all have our ways of competing for that crown. And
my completely qualified and humble, accurate opinion. I don't think there's necessarily an attitude that you're weak or meek or timid. I think it's just that you have a quiet excellence about you when it comes to your talent and comes to your skill. And I think it may be just something that people aren't used to, because they're used to queens reading you the house down.
Well, just like there's all kinds of different kinds of people, there's all different kinds of drag queens too. Alaska's some kind of trans monster from outer space.
I have a loud excellence about me, not a quiet.
No, but if you stack us up against each other, the top three, we are all very, very qualified in different ways. In the top four, period, we fought our asses off to get there, every step of the way. and we all have our own unique traits and our own strengths and abilities, and just because one of us is strong in one area doesn't mean that makes the other two weaker in their own areas, you know?
I agree. Like, what are you drinking? I see you drinking a Dr. Pepper.
Dr. Pepper.
Do you drink or
I love
no?
DP.
That was a sex joke.
No, I do
Very
drink.
good.
I just don't drink beer. So when I get some clear liquor, I'll get
What's
my
your
party
favorite
on.
drink?
My favorite drink right now is vodka over ice.
You know what? It's really good with Mio in it.
Yeah, a little
If
bit
you
of
get the Mio, the calorie
I've never
efficient,
had that.
just squirt the Mio in it and you can make it any flavor vodka you want. What about you? Your favorite drink? You have it right there?
No, I love Budweiser, which I'm drinking right now. Budweiser endorsement deal, thank you. And I also love Maker's Mark. I love whiskey, and just straight up, like, I love whiskey. It's really good.
No, your boyfriend is Sharon Needles, the winner of season 4. What's the first thing that your boyfriend bought you as a gift after he won RuPaul's Drag Race season 4?
A
first gift.
cruise.
Why did I get a cruise? I want a cruise.
Did they give one away this year or no? No cruises or trips for you guys?
The prizes were shit.
Well, you know, we won. I don't think anyone got a cruise this year. Yeah. I don't know. Sharon has been really generous with not only me but all of our friends, and he's given back to everyone that he knows with that prize money. So that's not his prize money. That's all of our prize money.
If you were to win the title, what's the first thing you would buy him?
100,000 slices of pizza.
I got to interview your boyfriend last year, and it was a great interview. And one of the things that really stood out to me was, it was after all the performances, so everyone's drunk, and it was very heartfelt, but I think it was very real. Sharon, he just said, "My heart beats for Alaska and pains whenever we are not together." And right there in that interview, I definitely was hearing that this is just a connection of true love. And it's so cool to say I got to interview both of you guys. How long have you guys been together, and how did you meet? Because I think a lot of people are curious about the dynamics of this relationship of two really, amazing performers, but then big egos.
We met because of MySpace. I moved to LA, and then I was looking back at people in Pittsburgh where I moved from, and he was one of these drag queens who was she's so visually striking. You can't help but look at her. And so
I tried to hit on her, but she shot me down, so I hit on Fifi instead.
Well, yeah, well, go for Fifi then, honey, because that's my man.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
I had to do it.
Sharon and I would leave. Sharon and I would leave comments on each other's photos. She was really beautiful, and I knew her as a drag queen via MySpace. And then I went back for Christmas break to Pittsburgh, and we met as boys. And I was like, oh my god, he's so cute and he's so funny, and he really was into me. And he has the nicest ass ever. I'm such an ass man.
Alaska is an ass man.
I'm a
I can
fucking
vouch for
ass
that.
man.
So is it safe to say you're a top?
No,
she
that's
just
not
likes
safe.
butt.
That's unsafe to say. I like looking at butts, but I'm not a top.
Wait, can I get my butt judged, please?
Yeah.
Okay. Hold
Okay.
on. No, hands on or what?
Off.
Okay, hold on.
Oh, I love our job. Why are you wearing your boxer briefs? Come on now. 10. 10s across the board.
Smack it for good luck. I got tucked by Latrice Royale last year, so I had to do something.
You've just been all around the world with the drag queens.
Y'all are like the biggest celebrities I can get, and no one listens to my shitty show.
How charming.
Compliment or not.
How charming of you.
No,
to
you
say.
guys are amazing. I think
You're the best celebrities that I could get.
as just a sucker of reality TV and liking the show, it's also just been cool to say, this is the most popular gay-centric television show. I mean, you got clips from your show is on The Soup every single week with Joel McHale. I mean, it's definitely exposing the art and exposing different people and personalities.
I think it could be more, though. I think that a lot of times in the mainstream, drag queens are used as punchlines, and I don't like that.
Yeah.
We are very talented and very smart performers, and I don't want to be a nameless man in a dress.
Totally.
I